Unmute microphone. Yeah, that was the issue. All right, everybody, just
Yeah,
say
my
something.
mic test. It's that time of the season.
Yep, are we all audible?
Yes, we are all audible. So, hello and welcome everyone to the Hybrid Theory Racing League. We will get with the introductions in a bit once the one-shot qualifying begins. So, this is Equal Cars Around China, and Chief Chima here. Joining me is Redstone Derp and Yash Kosalia. So, boys, what do you have to say about China, and what do you have to say about this race?
China is a bit of a bummer for me. I never really liked this track as such, but a lot of these pad players have been extremely quick here, so let's see what we have in store.
Yep, you might want to just increase your mic volume a tad bit, Redstone. You're you're audible, but it's a bit low. The volume's a bit low for you. Yash,
Yeah,
what do you
am
have to say?
I?
Yes, much better, Redstone. That's great.
Yeah, so am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, very much so.
Yeah, so China for me actually I mean, to the irony of what Redstone said, is actually a really great track for me. I've had a lot of great races here, and I've actually, I mean, one of my biggest victories in league racing came in China, where I think I won by about 16 seconds, and I took the hards from like lap 1 till lap 25 in the 50% race, and I like did the entire race on one tire. I mean two
Uh,
tires, but like
Maybe we can listen to your story later and go
it's a
on
pretty
to show
dominant
across
win,
the
and
league.
it looks to be a dominant pole position for Hushrav as well as he comes across the line, and it is pole position by over 5 tenths to Racing Gupta. A brilliant qualifying effort by Hushrav there, and two people yet to finish their laps. Couple of people getting disqualified, but what a lap by Hushrav, 131.3 to take pole position. That's
It's a
very
walk in the
impressive.
park for him. That's very
It's
Hushrav's.
we know Hushrav, we
So
know how quick he is. Uh,
I could have beaten that time, but since I'm not racing, I'll let him
Yeah,
take
you're
the
very
cake.
kind, and we all know how
yeah,
kind you are.
maybe when you told me to keep quiet about my stories, we shouldn't start about yours. Especially knowing that this track is the very track where you spun from the lead and I won by 16 seconds. So I don't think
Oh,
you should.
that's a few
I
seasons ago. Anyway,
So,
we can get on with the introductions.
yep. If one of you could please share the link in the Discord Discord channel,
Yes.
that would be very good. I'll just share the link with you while I will run us
so
through the grid order.
I will
Okay.
run. Oh, okay, do
Okay,
that,
go for it.
Chips.
Go for it, Yash. Go for it, yeah.
Alright, so we have Hushraf taking pole, followed by Racing Gup, followed by Quick, Raman, Anton, PSI, Wicket Vicky, Shrikant, Pratham, and Anko, who makes up our top 10, followed by Shooter, Deadly Mosquito, Easy Level Bot, Jishnu, Harshi, and Nishan, our bottom 5, our bottom 6.
Yep. So that was a pretty straightforward event there. One shot qualifying. What do you think lies in store for the race? Do you assume we're gonna have any wacky strategies in
It's
store?
a 25% race, so and it's China, so I think the alternate strategy would be the way to go. Start on the mediums and go on to the softs. But I haven't really done too much running in this game, but I do know that the tire life and the tire physics works very much like the realistic Formula One cars. Not the realistic performance F1 game. I mean the actual cars. So it'll be quite interesting to see what happens because this is pretty much first uh, the first race a lot of us have been to. I think there's not too much of league racing which
Oh,
has really happened, and so yeah, let's see what happens, Chips, and hopefully we'll see some mixed strategies. And I don't know, I didn't see the weather. Did anyone catch the weather?
It did
nope.
seem a bit gloomy in one shot quality, but let's see. A bit of rain never
I think
hurt anyone.
I don't think that's gloomy. I think that's just pollution in Shanghai.
Oof. Meanwhile, Delhi
That's
must be
oh,
in a
people
sunny
are leaving
session.
the lobby. I think we also had easy level bot leave the lobby. Uh, there's a bit of a kerfuffle going on in the background, but yeah. Nonetheless, we are easy level bot is back with us. Welcome back, Easy Level
We're
Bot.
gonna send Delhi Mosquito a quick invite.
Yep. I don't think I should be doing that. It's
No,
these
we are
game.
doing.
Yeah,
No
these games are
issues.
known to be, very stable for the host, lobby host. So yes, for those of us joining us for the first time, this is going to be an equal performance race, followed by a realistic performance race. The results of this race will determine the grid order and the teams that the drivers get for the next race. So this race also awards points, 10 points for the race winner. It's like the old F1 point system, which was used between, correct me if I'm wrong, 2003 to 2009, wherein it goes from P1 to P8. Points are awarded from P1 to P8. 10 points for the winner, and P8 gets 1 point. I will get to it in a moment as we start the formation lap in just a moment. And yes, let's have a look at the tire strategy. So Hoshrav going for the bold strategy on soft tires. And following him is the Alpine of PSI Legends, who is jumped up into what seems to be P3 on track. He is P6. He's going to start P6. Everybody is starting on the medium, save for Anko Uchiha, who is chosen a bold strategy on the hard tires. So that's going to be very interesting to see their progress through the field. Somebody is disconnected. Is that Deadly Mosquito? Yes, it is. So can one of you send Deadly Mosquito an invite, please?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Yes. So, tire strategies, what do you guys have to say about that? It's pretty interesting.
I think Saw like this on this game. I think Softs to mediums will do. I think that's quite a decent strategy. It's straightforward in a way. But hards, I'm not really sure if that's the right call to be going for a 25%
It's a
racing
bold
But
call.
let's see. Anything could happen.
Yep, you never know. It's a very bold call. They're the only one on the hard tire, Vanko Uchiha. So,
I'm not gonna lie, the McLaren actually looks really nice.
Yeah, that's what I
yeah,
was thinking too.
yeah, I
It
think.
actually looks like a good car. Let's look at the cars now.
Oh,
Look at the
Pratham has had a spin.
Alpine. You have Quick Killer and the Alfa Romeo. Then you have the amazing looking Mercedes there.
And we have.
Definitely not biased. Then you have the Aston Martin. If this is Stroll's car, it's nice. If it's Alonso, it's not that nice.
Yes, definitely no bias here. No bias being applied
Then you have the
whatsoever.
Scuderia Ferrari. So let Chips give the intro for that car.
It's a simply magnificent. Absolutely beautiful. And
I
Abhishek
mean,
has
I
joined the
mean,
lobby.
it's a good time for you to comment on them because they've had back-to-back good races now.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bit of a
So
rarity in today's day, but
yeah, you
yeah,
almost think like something's happening to the other teams.
yeah, yes, exactly.
Shrikant Das wanted an invite, so we could. A lot of disqualifications. Take us through the start chips in the
All
meantime.
right. So as we wait for everyone to line up, everyone has lined up, and once the last car, I think that's a Red Bull of Nishan. Once he slots into his grid box, it's gonna be 5 lights ahead of the drivers. It's 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. It's a bit of a pause, and it's lights out. And I saw a bit of a jump start behind, and away we go. It's a good start for Hushrav, but Racing Gupta's close enough, and a great start for Quick Killer, who shot up into P2, battling Racing Gupta as they go through the sweeping right-hander of turns 1 and 2 and 3. Further back, we see Raman in P4 challenging right behind there. PSI has had a bit of a bad start. There's lots of position being traded. There's yellow flags. There's a Wicked Vicky's retired from the session. Nishan, I believe, has had a spin. And is that a safety car? It is. So we've been active for 34,
That
35 seconds and it's already a safety car. Wow, that's
that
some way to
that
start
literally
it.
took. And easy level board has retired. He's
I
left the
think
session as
he,
well.
I think he
Was
had a
that
bit
a
of
rage
a.
quit? Was that a
Mm,
rage quit?
I'm not sure. Maybe possibly. But I must say, in all of this, paid out well for Hushrav. On the softs, he's got a good start, and he's 1.3 seconds in the lead. So,
But I've got to
and
say
he's
though,
level
I've got to
both back.
say, Quick Killer, the movie made on Racing Gupta, that was
That was pretty
sweet.
decisive. Yeah.
That was sweet. He hung it around the outside and he got the inside line for the next corner and job done. Racing Gupta had to be a little reactive there.
Yep,
Sorry
and
about that.
Shrikant Das left the session. If one of you could please send him an invite, that would be very good. Meanwhile, I shall just file through the position changes. Where is position changes? Yeah. So Quick Killers gained one position. Racing Gupta's lost one position. These two were jockeying, as we saw, into turns 1, 2, and 3. Pratham's gained 4 places on the mediums in the McLaren. That's that's a very good effort by him. Anko on the hards in the Alpha Tauri has jumped up 3 places. Mighty
It's been
impressive.
a great start for a driver
Oh, Hushav
who's
pits. All right, so Hushav's
veteran.
getting his mandatory out of the way.
I guess
That's actually quite smart.
Hushra
It
heard
is.
me when I was talking about the intro. I think when I said that you can box a lap one and then take the tires to the end. I'm sure he will go on to the mediums,
No
which
doubt. No, he's
is
going on the hards. Okay, so I
wow.
think he
Was there that
anticipates
much? So
high
that means
tires.
Maybe
he
there
would
was
have. There was
so
extra
much
tire
wear.
wear in the formation lap and the first lap. Not even the first lap, just the first sector.
Okay, Wicked
That
Wiki in the
had.
chat saying that Deadly Mosquito apparently brake checked him. Deadly Mosquito seems to be
Uh,
alright. Unfortunate for you, Wicked Wiki, but we move on. You might be getting a good car for the main race, so well, you have that to
yeah, I
celebrate.
mean, he'll be getting the wet
Uh,
one. So
can one of you send an invite to Shrikant Das in the
we've
We've
sent
already
multiple
sent
Oh,
him.
invites. We've sent multiple
okay,
invites. So if
okay.
he's not
So
able to join, then there's nothing we can do.
okay, we have Jishnu
I
in
mean,
the Mercedes.
ultimately,
Jishnu in the Mercedes has gained 7 places.
that's a brilliant start
That's
from Vishnu. He's
oh,
been showing amazing pace
yep, and
lately on his new game.
right
I mean, he's
behind him.
always been a quick driver. Just
He's going to be really hot on the tail of Ango at the restart. Probably, he'll be really, really wanting to get past that Alpha Tauri and not look at its rear for too long.
Yeah, and we have Nishan on the softs. Okay, that's a bit of a bold strategy called by Nishan. Do you think the softs can go? What is it, 12 laps? Are we gonna have another lap of safety car? I think we are.
I highly doubt so. And he's
I,
already
th- I
pushing,
think I
so
would like to reiterate a meme. The more you peep around, the more you find out, right? So
Yeah.
that's probably what he's trying to do there. Or he's just like practicing his lines and like learning how to drive, whatever. And he's lined up.
Yes.
it'll be quite interesting to see what Quick Killer does. I doubt the safety car is going to go in this lap.
It won't. It
Chips
won't.
little bit on the safety car. Do you see those extra lights they've put, which was added on to the safety car in 2023? You see the spoiler
You on the
lights?
spoiler, right? Yeah. They've
Yeah, that
done
actually
the.
looks really good. I'm sure it's going to look even better in the rain.
I still don't understand if this is a commentary session or a roast session.
Who are we roasting?
I don't know. We're spitting facts. Or is it a roast session? I think the Chennai Heat's got maybe like since I'm from
Okay, we have
Chennai, I don't know how to drive.
Nishan in the pits with front wing damage.
I mean, I get that you wanted to be you want to roast someone or you want to be roasted.
Maybe I have a king. I don't know.
Okay, getting back to the race at hand.
I mean, you might have a king, but this Alfa Romeo has a kick, which I can very prominently see.
That was a
Kick.com.
lame dad joke. To say that.
Foreshadowing for Yash.
Anyway,
maybe?
I think we are a little rusty on forms today. I think give
Yeah.
it a few more laps and we're gonna get back into the rhythm.
Yep, it's been a while. This is the
We're
warm up.
probably going to enjoy. We're going to enjoy ourselves at Imola.
Yeah, this is the
Okay,
warm up
that's gonna be-
comms for us as well. We're doing comms after quite a. It's been quite a while since we've last done comms, so we are all eating up our words. We're a bit hungry here, hungry for some action. That's all I have to say. Nishan had front wing damage. He boxed and he went onto the softs once again. So I think he's committing to that strategy. It's very aggressive, very bold, and the safety cars in this lap. So I shall be on board with Racing Gupta, who is right behind the
Dante's
Italian
gonna get
rear wing.
Gupta is gonna get an amazing start.
Yep, and you can see he's trying to warm up his tires, trying to stick close to Quick Killer. Further back, what can PSI Legends do on those soft tires? Can he do anything? What do you have to say about PSI Legends? on the softs.
I
PSI, probably the softs are second hand at this moment. I don't think he's going to pose
Oh,
too much of a threat.
position trading between
You
Shrikant and
could see
Hershey.
some cars going through
Yeah,
each other there.
yeah, position trading between Shrikant and Hershey, but Racing Gupta still waiting. The safety car's yet to come into the pits, I believe. Oh, Shrikant gets a penalty for ignoring yellow flag. There was some position trading going on between him and Hershey. So, well, unfortunate for them, but we carry on. Racing Gupta still eager, waiting to see when Quick Killer is gonna pounce. Quick Killer taking the hairpin, still not pounce. Oh, very close between
Oh, that
Racing
was
Gupta and
so
Quick Killer.
close.
Yep. Quick Killer weaving, Quick Killer's bolted, and Quick Killer has gone. He's not vanished. It's not been the best of restarts because Racing Gupta is right there. Raman's a bit further back. He's under threat from Pratham, who's really moving up the field very well. And PSI Legends in the Alpine could really be a threat as well. Jishnu, who's made up, what was it, 7-8 places, he is now going to attack Anko Uchiha, who's on the hards. I don't think the hards and the mediums, the hards will be able to hold up against the mediums, especially at this stage in the race. They'll take a bit of time to warm up. Let's have a look at them. Nope. Actually getting decent exits there, but up ahead, Racing Gupta trying to harass Quick Killer as they end Sector 1 and start Sector 2. Look at Racing Gupta and Quick Killer. They're taking very different lines, differing
Oh,
lines.
PSI is going on a move on Pratham here, and he has gone past him. Oh,
But
Pratham is coming
Pratham
back
trying to go for the
again.
switchback. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And this is some fantastic side-by-side racing between the two of them. They're keeping it very clean. And PSI still there. Oh, they make contact there. Just as I say, that commentator's curse is back. So that means my comms are soon going to be back as well. Anko going to make the move on Pratham as he recovers from that moment he had. And Pratham has to cede the position. Anko moves up to Jishnu.
Good move by Anko.
Yep, Jishnu trying to make the move as well on Pratham. Pratham's a bit out of shape here. But up ahead, Raman on Racing Gupta. Look at the top three. The top three are separated by, what is it, 6/10. This is fantastic, and Racing Gupta going for the move on Quick Killer down the back straight. He makes the move down the inside with the use of battery, and he's made the move stick. A brilliant move by him there. While Jishnu and Pratham trading places, Harshit also. Oh, Anko going very wide. So is Pratham. They are going onto the gravel there, the runoff as well. And Anko rejoins in P6, battling alongside Harshi. Racing Gupta with the fastest lap, and wow, this is some very fantastic action there. Look at this. Shrikant, Hershey and Anko and Pratham all getting involved in a fantastic little battle here. Side by side racing.
Right in the middle of it. He's going down the inside of Anko and he takes a little too much curve, but he controls his car.
But he manages
and then Anko pushes Shrikant a little wide. Shrikant will come back at Anko now.
And Shrikant and Anko side by side as they go towards the end of Sector 1.
Shrikant is not using his battery, but I think he does have a low.
And okay, Shrikant going for the switchback, going for a very late dive. Anko with the calculated switchback there, but the hearts just don't have the grip. Anko's down in P9, Shrikant's up into P8, but he has that 5-sec penalty, mind you. Meanwhile, Hushrav up into P6 already. All those ahead of him have to make their mandatory pit stop. What do you have to say about that, boys?
Yeah, Hushrav really making it up right now. He's pretty much negated his time now. He's down by what, 5 seconds, I think.
And it's a disaster for Pratham, who's down in 13th. He was battling right with PSI and Jishnu, and now he's all the way down in P13. And Shooter gets him. He's now down in P14. Oh, Shooter spins. The number 7 Ferrari. Oh, that brings back some memories. But up ahead, Raman on Quick Killer. What can Raman do? What can Quick Killer do? Do you think Quick Killer can retaliate? And Anko making the move on Shrikant.
I mean, Quick Killer seems quite poised as it stands, but I don't know if Gupta's always been quick, so.
Gupta's always. He's that consistently quick driver.
At least the top three, I feel like they're almost like within the same ballpark.
And once again, Shrikant and Anko Uchiha into turn 1. Shrikant and Anko Uchiha. Shrikant getting some fantastic grip around the outside, but Anko has the inside line. And as they go into turn 3, will they make contact? Yes, they will. Thankfully, they both managed to continue without any major issues.
Literally no space for Shrikant there. He just tried bulldozing his car.
Yeah, I mean, at one point you do have to back out of the move there. And Shrikant locking up, but he managed to make the corner still. Deadly Mosquito, we haven't seen much from Deadly Mosquito over the course of this race. Further back, Nishan on the softs is not really making much progress. What's happened to Shooter? Shooter's in the wall, but he's managed to carry on. And yep, he seems
So
to
I
be
can see
fine.
Raman has a lot more ERS compared to Quick right now. So he's probably just
And Quick Kill
waiting
has
for his
fallen back.
moment.
And I believe DRS is enabled as well. The last lap. So Raman with the help of DRS is just going to fly past the Alfa Romeo. And yes, it's a very easy move by Raman. A very simple move for Raman. And he's up into P2. While PSI and Jishnu trade places. And further back behind them, Hoshraf going for the move down the
Oh, Shrav
inside
going
on
for
PSI.
wow.
What a bold move. And they make
Oh, he
contact. And they
going
make
for his.
contact. They make lots of contact. Hoshraf has been spun around. Okay. That was very unfortunate, very unfortunate, but Vasha's now down in P10. PSI holds position in P5,
Meanwhile, I can see Harshi's out of his ERS. He's already blinking. His light is there. His light is blinking, so
and
he's
Quick Killer
harvesting.
can't do much in
Oh,
retaliation
and
to Ram.
Shrikant runs into Harshi.
Okay, the
And Harshi has been
timestamps
spun around,
seem
yeah.
extremely poor as it stands. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe we need to have a bit of a talking to with some of these people. But Hoshraf back on the charge. We love to see Hoshraf going for some offensive moves. You don't usually get to see it. And he goes for a
And he
very
sends one down.
aggressive move, but he makes it stick on Deadly
I don't
Mosquito.
think he was. I don't think he was anticipating Deadly
Yeah, I
Mosquito to
think that
break
was a
so
bit of
early
a
there.
yeah. In the moment, he just went for it. In the moment, went with the flow, and Hoshraf up into P8. He's looking to make up for recover his lost ground, and ahead of him is the only other car on the hard tires, Anko
Quick
Uchiha,
is.
who
I can see that Quick Killer's rears are giving up slowly now.
Quick Killer. Yeah, I don't think Quick Killer is having a very good time on those tires, and in that with that setup, I believe it's equal cars, so nothing doing there. Anko on Shrikant, Hoshraf on Anko.
I am anticipating Hushrav to send one down the inside of Anko here at the back of the
I
straight.
assume something very similar, but
But
Anko on
Anko
Shrikant.
will have DRS as well.
And as we've
So
seen, as we've made pretty clear, Anko is pretty feisty. Despite being on the hards, they're going for a move down the inside at the hairpin, and Hoshraf trying to make the most of it as well. Will he get enough traction? No. What about Shrikant? Shrikant right on the rear of the Alpha Tori, and I think he made a bit of contact there, and Hoshraf slides past. Hoshraf is making the
Bushra
most of
means
every
business right
opportunity.
now.
Yep. And Anko
He
into
said
slipstream. Shrikant, is he gonna make a move? Anko is well, the lights are blinking, so that means they're out of battery. Shrikant around the outside trying to make the move. He made contact a lap ago, and on this occasion it seems to be clean. Anko and Shrikant still side by side as they go towards the end of sector 1. They're still side by side. This is some fantastic racing. Shrikant going for the switch down the inside. Can he make it stick? They come very close. This is some brilliant racing by the two of them. Yellow
Good
flag,
traction
yellow.
out of the corner for Anko.
There's some yellow.
She's getting some good drive out of corners, Chips, don't you think?
Yup, that's actually
no,
mighty
she's
impressive
driving
by
and
Anko.
she's driving extremely well. Like
Yep.
she's defending
She,
really
and
hard
she's
and
keeping.
very
I mean,
Oh,
she's keeping it clean.
yep, and Deadly Mosquito having a bit of a slide there for the back, but Shrikant and Anko, this is I think the battle of the race for us. Up ahead, Hushraf still catching up to PSI, so there's a fair ways to go for that. Anko has no battery, while Shrikant, I assume, is he in his own, as he says in his own words, flashing. Shrikant seems to be fine for now, and
But
I think it's going to
I
stick.
feel like given the pace Anko has shown, she's gonna come back at Shrikant. Shrikant's been extremely feisty, but that's about it. But
Yep,
Anko
and
has displayed exceptional race stuff so far.
yep, and what do the drivers do about strategy? Oh, trying to go for the switch there, but lost out a bit on traction, and Anko's a bit further back. And yeah, that wasn't the best of lines through the hairpin, and Anko's now about 8.5 tenths behind and under threat from Deadly Mosquito.
And
And the
meanwhile, in all of this, the
Anton running
battle
very
between
wide.
Pushkov and PSI is over. PSI let
And
him go. So
I think that's fair. PSI knows
yeah,
that Hoshov's not his race. So there's no point
No,
fighting him.
not only that. I think they had a bit of a moment together, which is why there was just some courtesy provided by
Yeah, makes
PSI
sense.
to let him through.
Yeah,
So
makes
some
sense. So
good, just returning the favor to him.
yeah, fair play by PSI there. Now Hoshraf sets after Ramen, and further back, Deadly Mosquito is just struggling. I believe he was finding a setup moments before the race started, so it's understandable why he's struggling. He hasn't had too much practice. Nishan and Jishnu trading places. Nishan on the inside, they make contact, the two of them, the Red Bull and the Merc. Where have I heard that before? And Jishnu goes past the Red Bull. That was unnecessary contact, but Yeah, Nishan's down in P12, Jishnu's in P11. And what do they do about strategy? I assume Racing Gupta is gonna pit in about, say, maybe in on this lap or the lap after. What do you think?
I'm not sure.
Okay, Deadly
Probably
Mosquito
go
and Anko
take.
trade places. Was that
They
before the
probably will
DRS
go one
detection
more.
or not? Who's gonna get DRS here? Who was behind
It's
at the
Anko.
DRS detection? It's
Sorry,
gonna be, it's gonna be,
it's
yeah,
Deadly
that was a
Mosquito.
very smart move by Deadly Mosquito. And Anko can't do anything. They don't have much battery, I believe, as well to play around with. And yeah, Deadly Mosquito's ahead, but Deadly Mosquito's struggling with traction. Nobody's taking this opportunity to box. Yup. Um,
And she's coming back at Deadly Mosquito now.
Yep. Inside or outside? Where's she gonna go? Is she gonna go nowhere?
I
She's gonna
think she's
stick
going
behind for now.
to.
Gonna.
She takes the wider line, and I think she's going to inside now.
Yeah, I think that's sensible. Trying to plan out the move in advance. That's very smart. But nothing doing on this occasion. Yeah, Deadly Mosquito is gonna hold position for now. Hushraf getting past Ramen. I believe that was calculated as well. Ramen knowing that this is not his race. Hushraf is a pit stop ahead, basically. It's 11 seconds between. Oh, I see some rain.
I see Shaz.
Yep.
I see Shaz.
Yeah, I see a
Let's
bit of
go,
a splash
let's
of rain.
go.
Okay, and Hushraf I think
this
had a bit
is
of a
really-
moment. Yep, and Shrikant.
This has really messed things up for Hushra.
Yep, and
I mean, Racing Gupta and Quick Killer can really go long into the race when.
Yeah, but look at Anko. I think Anko is going to line up a move. Oh, she's
oh no,
she
she taps Deadly Mosquito, but she's still behind at the DRS detection. This could mean that she gets DRS down the back
But you see
straight.
the traction now. The traction has changed. It's getting moist. It's getting wet.
Raman gets back past Hushraf meanwhile. This is crucial for Hushraf's race. And Racing Gupta carries on, Quick Killer carries on. Will Quick Killer carry on? No, Quick Killer's boxing.
Wait, Raman. Wait,
Raman
did
got
we
back
catch
past.
Raman get?
Yeah, no, Raman got back past with DRS. Hushraf made a mistake.
Hushraf's boxing.
Hushraf's boxing.
He
Raman
didn't
stays
make a
out for
mistake,
another
he
lap.
didn't make a mistake.
Yep, and what about PSI? PSI staying out. Shrikant battling PSI. Yellow flag in sector 3 for I believe it's Jishnu and Harshi. Yep. Once again, Jishnu coming together with a Red Bull and Harshi, I think, it took a bit of time to recover. Quick Killer onto the intermediates. Will Quick Killer get the undercut on Racing Gupta? What can he do? Nobody else taking this opportunity to box. Look at, they're just struggling to get traction. I'm going to be on with Anko on the hards. You're going to see, I think.
Shrikant is what I believe on full traction or medium traction, which is why he's being able to really power out of the corners.
Yep, and I think so as well. Pratham gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I saw a bit of cars coming a bit close. Anton and Anko are very close. So, oh no, Anko.
Shrikant trying to send one down the inside, now on the outside. He has to switch back.
He does get.
And these two have a bit of friendly history. And okay, look, they're struggling there. Shrikant. I assume they're all gonna box.
Quick Killer on inters. What is he doing?
Okay, Shrikant on PSI. PSI sliding through the long right hander. And Shrikant gets past, and I believe Shrikant will also get DRS because he was behind at the detection point. And as they go into the back straight towards the DRS detection point, will Shrikant have DRS? Yes, he will. That's a smart move by
Look at how much Quick Killer is gaining on Anton right now. The inters are definitely the tire to be on.
What does this mean for Racing Gupta, who's boxed? Racing Gupta's boxed. Raman's boxing as well. What about Shrikant? I believe everybody's going to box. It's going to be a very big gamble if they don't box. And yep, Shrikant into the box, PSN into the box. What about Deadly Mosquito, Anko and Anton? All three of them are going to dive into the pit lane. While Quick Killer, where is he going to come out in regards to Racing Gupta? Racing Gupta's exited the pit lane. Lucky for him, he had a large enough gap to come out still ahead of Quick Killer by what would it be? Some 6-7 seconds?
Still staying out.
Jishnu, he's taking the gamble. I don't think he anticipates the rain is going to get heavy enough to warrant a stop for intermediates. But then again, Hushraf in P4 looking for a net P3. Let's have a look at how much time Jishnu loses. The track is getting damp.
Moist.
Yep, moist is one of the terms I was trying to avoid. Nishan staying out on the soft as well. Shooter staying out. No, Shooter's gonna stay out. Okay. Alright, so Shooter's gonna stay out on the soft. So, 3 drivers taking the gamble on the dry tires. What are they going to be able to do? Hoshrav is gaining on Jishnu, but not at a monumental rate. He's gained about, say, 8 tenths in, what is it, one sector. So, but the track's definitely not suitable for soft anytime now. Nishan getting past. And PSI and Anko, I believe, trading places. Anko getting back on PSI. Trying to go for the inside. And look at Nishan. Nishan just struggling on those soft tires. Nishan, is he gonna let Anko by? Yes, Anko gets past and back on PSI. Nishan, I don't think it was the right call. But see, I think at most Jishnu is gonna be P5.
You were saying that Hushrav's not gaining, but now once his tires are up in the temperature now, look at how he's gaining.
His tires are back up to temperature. It's 3.1, so they started the lap with a 4.8 second gap. They're gonna end the lap.
But he's gone very wide there.
DRS disabled, so this is officially when
he gains 4 tenths by going wide there.
Yeah. And 2.4.
Meanwhile, I think Racing Gupta has got this unless he does something drastically stupid.
Yeah, if Jishnu can maintain pace, he can finish P6.
Yeah, Raman is not P5, quite far back.
P5, yeah, P5, not P6. My bad, sorry. And PSI back on Srikanth. These two involved in quite the battle. Anko a bit further back. What about Anton and Deadly Mosquito? Anton running wide. We saw him running wide a few laps ago. On into the last corner, going very hot. But there we go, Srikanth and PSI battling. PSI with the superior traction. They make contact, the Alpine and the Williams. So
Srikanth loses out on the traction. The PSI gets him. He got a brilliant drive out of that corner.
PSI makes the move. Raman on Jishnu. The Mercedes are struggling, and the sister Mercedes moves ahead of Jishnu. But Jishnu now needs to go pedal to the metal at least as much as he can. It's going to be very difficult to put the pedal to the metal in these conditions on those tires. And yeah, they were struggling.
Literally dancing around in that W14.
Srikanth and PSI involved in a titanic battle here. Nishan losing a place to Deadly Mosquito. While what about PSI? PSI still behind Srikanth. And that is the rain light, I believe. That's not the
he cannot go full throttle. He cannot.
Oh, Srikanth locks up PSI and Srikanth drifts into the corner there. PSI is going to get some fantastic traction, and he's going to get the slipstream, and he's going to get the advantage as they go down onto the back straight. PSI himself has a bit of a moment there, but in the slipstream, no, he's not going to be in the slipstream. He's going to cool his tires. Raman and Hushrav trading places. No, they're side by side. Is Hushrav going to get past? Yes, he is. What about Srikanth and PSI? Yellow flag in sector 3-4. Who is that? Deadly Mosquito, I believe he's spun. But Srikanth and PSI, so close between the two of them. PSI gets past the Williams driver. What about Deadly Mosquito? He seems to be okay, but he's down in P12.
Hushrav is on the inside of Raman there. Oh,
yep, and Hushrav can't make the move on Raman.
He thinks better of it, and Raman drives out of that car now.
This is the last lap of the race. Racing Gupta is comfortably ahead, but look at Srikanth and PSI. They make contact into turn 2.
Hushrav goes down the inside and makes contact with Raman over there.
Oh, there's too much action to follow. There's battles going on for P3 and for P6. But Raman, and all this is giving Jishnu some breathing room. Mind you, we haven't followed Jishnu for a while, and Hushrav can't do anything against Raman. That is very impressive by Raman to maintain pace against Hushrav, who we know is one of the fastest drivers most of us have encountered in league racing. And PSI gaining on Jishnu. Jishnu, this is make or break for him. Jishnu needs to get the best possible traction, but look at how he's struggling. PSI and Srikanth are going to be right on his gearbox, and so would probably Anko might also be on his gearbox. Raman,
PSI has to make no mistake, and he should have Jishnu quite easily.
I think it's a done deal. Yellow flag. I think shooter spun. Look at PSI making the move around the outside. And Jishnu losing 2 places in one corner.
Now he's going to lose the third one to Anko as well.
Possibly, but Racing Gupta wins the race. A dominant win. Quick Killer finishes in P2. A good win by him. Raman in P3. A mighty effort by Raman to finish there. Hushrav, after his spin, he could have done more, but he finishes P4 in the end.
Is going on the inside of Jishnu there. And she gets the move done.
Gets past Jishnu.
Strong race from Anko.
So the gamble.
Some promising pace from Anko, really.
Yep. The gamble didn't pay off for Jishnu. He's down in P8.
How
And that's the
she?
last of the points. Scorer Jishnu has retired. Was that on purpose or was that just by mistake? Because Anton's gonna get points. It's just before the finish line. Jishnu could have scored points. Up a point rather, singular. And Pratham and Deadly Mosquito and Nishan.
Oh,
This is
Pratham
an
really cuts that corner.
interesting battle. Interesting battle. And
Oh,
Pratham
Pratham.
dancing around. And what about Deadly Mosquito?
Oh,
Nishan dancing around, but Deadly Mosquito decides to see the position. And with that, the race comes to a close. Pratham with a 5-sec penalty that will probably promote Deadly Mosquito. Yep. Twill and Shooter is the last of the running cars, but whoa, never mind. He's had a spin and he's out. And that is the equal performance race done with. What a Chinese Grand Prix we've just had. I would like to see this track on the calendar. Maybe for next season. Let's make it
yeah.
happen.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Unlike Redstone, we all really enjoy this track because there's so much dynamic in it.
It's an awful track.
Yeah, you can't just
Even
say you can't just call a track awful if you are awful at it.
no, I still end up on the podium and have won enough championships. I'm joking.
I mean,
I suck at this
I've
track.
won the same number of championships, so I don't know what you're gloating about.
Okay, well, from a guy who's won no championships, let's just get back to the race at hand here. Racing Gupta from P2 takes the win with the fastest lap. Quick Killer finishes in P2, Raman's P3. Hoshra from pole, it was a very unfortunate race for him, but yeah, P for points are points, he is P4. PSI Legends P5, Shrikant Das P6, these two gave us a fantastic battle all throughout the race. Anko on their debut finishes P7 and scores as per the points system. It's 2 points. Yep. And Anton finishes P8, scores this last point for this race. Outside the points are going to be Harshi, Deadly Mosquito, Nishan, and Pratham. Jishnu and Jishnu Shooter, Easy Level Bot, and Wicked Wiki did not finish the race.
Okay, so that was quite eventful, and this is going to set the grid for the realistic performance race, which is going to be up ahead. So maybe Chips, if you can pause the stream to get everything set up, and then we can be back again.
I will. So do stay tuned. And drivers, if you're tuning in, please do not leave the lobby. I think Shrikant Das left the lobby. So please do not leave the lobby. Spectators, do be with us. We shall be back very soon with the revised grid, the team allocation, and we shall see you very soon. Until then, I shall pause the stream. Thank you. The stream is back online, and if somebody can just check the stream if we are all audible.
Yeah, mic test.
We are audible. Are we audible? Hello, hello, hello. Mic test. Mic checking. Welcome to Imola. Oh, I thought you all were checking. Okay. Can you all check, please?
Yeah, one second.
Okay. I will try to figure out the corner names till then. The session is going to start in 0 seconds, but nothing's going on. Nothing's happening, sorry. So just waiting on that. So for those of you who stayed online, are we audible?
I think you're audible, Chips. I'm just checking.
Okay.
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay, the session is going to start in 1 minute. I assume all of us are audible? All three of us?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, we're waiting for players. Something is going on. So I'm trying to learn my Imola corner names as I do before every com session I do. Obviously, the first chicane is Tamburello.
What
Very iconic.
do you think we're going to see some Shahs in this race as well? I mean, it looks gloomy
Yeah, look at the
right
sky. Yeah,
now.
look at the sky. It does look pretty gloomy and pretty interesting. Uh, let's see. 5 in 4 in 3, 2, 1, 0 seconds. We are go for qualifying. The cars jump from the pit box to the track, and Wicked Vicky is in the pit lane for some reason. Okay, that was very weird. And he's still in the pit lane. What's going on here? As we see into Tamburello corner, we see Shooter, we see Easy Level Bot, and we see actually we see everyone. I'm just a bit taken aback here. Sorry. The two Ferrari. It's a Ferrari 1-2. Oh, how that warms my heart. Jishnu and Shooter in the Ferrari, the P1 and P2 for now. And as they go through, I think this is variant. This is Toza, and towards Piratella. The two Ferraris still Linus Stern and Anko in the Alpine is P3.
Yeah, she's
Mighty
doing
impressive.
a mighty job so far. As
Yeah.
long as she finishes the lap and
Yep, and through Aqua Minerali goes Pratham in the Aston Martin, and now towards Variante. I forgot what Variante this one is, but Raman's taking it right now in the Williams. He's showing some brilliant pace. You wouldn't assume the Williams to be a very pacey car, but Raman and Easy Level Bot has retired from the session in the Red Bull. So has Nishan. Shooter and Jishnu up ahead trading places. It is going to be a Ferrari 1-2 bar any mistakes made by them. Pratham's jumped up into P3, but he's invalidated. That's going to promote Anko into P3. And what's going on here?
that's a stunning lap for an Alpine.
Yep, a brilliant effort by Anko.
Two tenths off the second fastest car. That's
I must
stellar lap.
Yep, and it's a Ferrari 1-2. How that warms my heart. Jishnu taking pole from his teammate Shooter by almost 1.5 tenths. Wicked Vicky in the Red Bulls P3. Anko is P4 in the Alpine. A mighty effort, I believe, on their league racing debut. And on realistic performance Alpine, that's pretty good. Raman's P5 in the Williams, a stellar effort by him. Anton is P6 in the other Alpine. Harsh is P7 in the AlphaTauri. Mighty effort there. AlphaTauri is possibly the worst performing car here. PSI is P8 in the McLaren. Horshav's P9 in the Williams. And Racing Gupta's P10 in the Alfa Romeo. Following him is Quick Killer, who finished right behind him in the previous race at China. He is P11. Srikanth is P12, the last of the cars with Manchester at the time. Easy Level Bot, Nishan, Deadly Mosquito, Pratham, Harshi, Manan did not manage to set a lap time. Wow. Interesting. So with
Interesting
that,
indeed.
we move on to the race. So would you like me to run you through the corner names, Redstone and Yash?
I don't really need the corner names since you have it memorized.
I hope I remember them. So the kink at the main straight is called Variante Bassa. Obviously after that comes Tamburello.
That's quite the kink, isn't it?
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
It is. Then comes Tamburello, where it's become very famous for all the wrong reasons, unfortunately. Then comes Variante Villeneuve. Then comes Toza, the sharp left-hander, which I think is pretty acute. Then Piratella, the fast left-hander. Then downhill we go. double right-hander Aqua Minerali. The chicane is Variante Alta, and the last two turns are called Rivatsa 1 and 2. I hope I remember all this. Wicked Wiki has left the session. I hope we can send him an invite prior to the session starting
I hope so
officially.
too. I'm gonna.
So, if there are any viewers in chat, please do let us know what your strategy predictions
Oh,
are
it's
for the
bone
main.
dry.
Yep. I mean, you never
The
know.
sun's out.
You never know.
It can
The
change
rain
quite
could
fast.
pour at any. Exactly, as you say, Yash. Rain can pour at any time. Anything can happen in Formula One, and it usually does. I love to quote the great Murray Walker. May he rest in peace.
What are your
But-
podium predictions, Chips?
Oh.
I mean, since it's realistic performance, anything can happen, you know?
Well,
It's either the faster cars running away into the distance, or
Wicked Wiki
they make a
back.
mistake, or
Yeah.
the underdogs, like the Alpine,
Oh.
really shining through. You never know.
I'm gonna go
That's what makes it so exciting, I feel.
completely unbiased here. Absolutely, completely unbiased, and say it's gonna be a Ferrari 1-2 based on the absolute stellar performance we saw from them and what are their tire strategies like. All right, so all three tires are on display here. The race leader, the pole sitter, sorry, is starting on the mediums. Shooter right behind him is going to be on the softs, while Wicked Wiki is also on the softs. I believe he is disconnected, so I hope he can regain control very soon. Anko, sorry, in the Alpine is on the softs. So is Ramen, and then Anton on the mediums.
Wait. Is this a glitch by Cody's? Because wasn't Anko in P3, if I'm not wrong?
No, it was Wicked Wiki in P3.
Oh, because on my screen, Wicked Wiki was plumb last.
Yeah, something's
Never
up with
mind.
Wicked Wiki. I think something's up with Wicked Wiki. His car was in the pit lane when he started qualifying, so that's that. Ramen's P5, and I think he had a bit of a slide there, getting a bit too eager to warm up his tires. Anton's P6 on the mediums, Harsh and PSI, Linus Stern on the fourth row on the soft tires, Hoshrav's P8 on the mediums, so is Racing Gupta on the fifth row. Quick Killer in the other Alfa Romeo is on the softs, Shrikant Easy Level on the mediums, Nishan on the softs, Deadly Mosquito on the mediums, and Pratham, bold call on the hards. What do you make of that, boys?
Pratham on the hards. I mean, Aston Martin is the third fastest car.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it still makes a little bit of sense to start on the hards, but I'm really not sure.
And then behind him, Harshi is on the mediums, Manan is on the soft. This is Variante Alta. I hope I remember my comment. Yeah.
Given Alpha Tauri is the slowest car, Hush has put his Alpha Tauri in P7. That's a stunning lap.
Well, let's see his progression through the field over the next 22 laps. Jishnu in the Ferrari, shoot in the Ferrari. Oh, how I love to say that it's a Ferrari 1-2. Completely unbiased commentary here, guys. Don't worry. For real though. It's good to see Ferraris in 1 and 2. Jishnu's lined up, so as shooter, can one of you please let me know when the last car is on the grid? And I'm going to find a good suitable camera angle, which doesn't seem to be coming to me anytime soon. I think that's Harshi who's just lined up. Yep. And we're still waiting. It is going to be 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Realistic Division Season 3 is go right about now. It's a good start for both the Ferraris. Wicked Wiki gets a disaster start. There's a crash there. Massive crash further back. I think that's Red Bull. Oh, there's so much contact. The Red Bull is out of the race. But still a Ferrari 1-2. It's a VSC. It's been 15 seconds. And we already have a VSC. So, Wicked Wiki did not get off the line there, and he stopped on track. He's going to get disqualified if he doesn't.
I think, I sort of feel like maybe his controller got disconnected because his car was just hanging to the left completely.
Yep,
so.
And Mosquito and Harsh trading place, and that's a safety car. Oh, this Easy Level bot left the session. He's the first retiree. It's so unfortunate what's happened to him. And what's going on here between? There's a car park here.
There's so many 5 seconds. What are these? What's going on with the penalty situation?
Yeah. There's further back. There's a lot of chaos going on. Wicked Wiki just stopped his car. I don't understand what he is doing. Well, this is just not good. We have Wicked Wiki disqualified. Understandably, you're stopped on track at the pit exit. They're still under the delta, so it's still safety car. Wicket disqualified. There you go.
That's both the Red Bulls out in less than 15
And
seconds.
that is the fastest car on the grid. They didn't even get to
Yeah.
the end of the turn one, let alone sector one. Wow.
I mean,
Oh, breaking the
even
barrier there. Polystyrene barrier, Harsh on the soft tires. I think he got caught up and he is trying to. What's he trying to do? What is Harsh doing?
Harsh has really lost like
Yeah, my rendition of what is
a
Dallas
handful
doing.
of positions.
Yeah,
Like he's lost 7 positions.
does
as it
anyone
stands.
box? Jishnu, I think most people stayed out. Quick killer boxed. From the softs, he's gonna go on to the hards, I believe. He's gonna get his mandatory out of the way. Manan staying out. What I think most of these people are gonna box. They all have front wing or rear wing damage of some sort. Rear wing can't be fixed, front wing can. Deadly Mosquito missing an end plate, locking up into the pit lane. Entry, and there you go, Harsh. Everybody's boxing. Everybody's gonna get their 5 second and their front wings repaired. What about Deadly Mosquito? I hope he gets his front wing repaired. Sometimes the game doesn't. Oh, it's a double stack for the Mercedes boys! Mosquito and Hershey. And Hershey is gonna have to wait to serve his 5 seconds as
Yeah,
well.
that's a long wait.
Oh, that's
Everyone's
very painful. Lucky for them, it's a safety car condition, so they won't have to wait too long. 5 seconds, waiting 5 seconds. The Merc crew. But up ahead, it's still a Ferrari 1-2. Anko and P3. It's a Ferrari pair led by Alpine pair led by the Ferrari pair. PSI and Hushrav in P5 and P6. We saw.
I mean, that's quite interesting what I see on Anko's telemetry. She's constantly holding 20%, 30% brake pressure consistently.
That's a good way to warm the tires, yeah?
Yeah, and the brakes.
That's mighty smart. Obviously, the Anton behind her might have to take a bit of wedding action. I think Anton's on AI. His steering movements are way too jittery. But yeah, further back, all those who had penalties, Raman, Deadly Mosquito, Harsh, Nishan and Harshi, all of them have got their penalties removed by boxing under the safety car. And now Raman, Harsh and Harshi are on the hards, while Deadly Mosquito and Nishan are on the mediums. Alright, so that's going to be one more lap of safety car. What do you guys have to make about the race start? Let's go through the position changes, shall we?
Yeah.
Yep, alright. So, Redstone, why don't you let us know what you the position changes?
I think the largest gainer will be Manin. He's gained around 8 positions, and Raman's lost 7 and Hush as well. But other than that, I feel
Harsh
like
is retired. Harsh is retired. What's going on there?
That was some commentator's
And
cross
that's
right
on.
there.
Oh, he's actually crashed out. That's not retiring on track. What happened to Harsh? Retiring under safety car. That's very. I think Ericsson hit him. Only reasonable answer.
Probably did. Probably that was
Yeah.
quite the hit, I must say.
Only
He must
reasonable
be
answer.
sore. Yeah.
But and Harsh has left the session. Unfortunate things happen. So yeah, I don't know what to say. That is not something I was expecting for somebody to retire under the safety car. It's still a fair race till Hershey catches up with the field, but I assume the safety car is going to be in this lap provided he can close up quick enough. Nishan is already at the back. Yeah, he's right behind Deadly Mosquito. It's a matter of whether Hershey is going to get to the...
I see Hushra really taunting PSI there. Literally.
I think it makes sense, you know. They had a bit of a run in the previous race, and the safety car. Well, the safety car indicator just
should be in this lap. I guess.
Don't think
should
so.
Be a late call.
It
I
could
don't
be
know.
a late call. Could be a late call. You're right. What about Shooter? Shooter's going to be feisty on those softs. What about Anko? Anko still holding the brake pressure, as you said. Very clever there. And
But that's still gonna increase tire wear though. So
I mean, it will,
it's a
but
bit
it'll
of a
help.
trade-off.
It'll help keep your tires warm, and it's not. The safety car is gonna carry on for one more lap. So Hershey was a bit too far back for the game to detect a safety car to go in at the end of this lap. And nobody's gonna box. I don't assume so. Maybe somebody at the back could box. Nishan, Deadly Mosquito, Hershey. No. Everybody's gonna stay out. So I'm gonna practice my corner names here on this lap. So we went through Variante Bassa, now we're going through Variante Tamburello. We shall ride on board with Jishnu's Ferrari. So through Tamburello, navigating the chicane at a slow pace, obviously behind the safety car. Now onto this short back straight. Now approaching Variante Villeneuve. This is a very tricky turn, Variante Villeneuve. Don't you think?
Indeed. Yeah.
It's very tricky to get it
I
right, especially
mean,
this part. Yeah, the exit.
it's not even the.
Now through
Yeah,
Toga.
wait,
Sorry, go ahead.
you're talking about this corner right here,
No,
right?
the
Where
previous
just
corner. The previous corner.
the previous corner, yeah, it's like chucking the car to the left and bringing it back to the right. You've got to
Yep.
be very precise with your turn in and like make sure you balance the throttle fairly well to get the most appropriate exit. So
Correct.
it's
And now through Piratella they go. Now downhill they go into the double right-hander Aqua Minerali. Yes, that's a pretty difficult turn there. But yeah, this track in itself is pretty challenging. I like that about it. Vishnu now going towards Variante Alta, the chicane, and I assume the safety car is going to be in this lap. We're going to get the notification any moment now. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So Variante Alta taken by Jishnu, and the safety car going in will result in all the cars slowing down. Anko no longer holding the brake pressure. Is she? No, she's still holding the brake pressure. Okay. Now Jishnu going into Rivatsa 1 and Rivatsa 2 at a very slow speed because he knows he wants to get the best possible exit out of the last corner, out of Rivatsa 2 onto Variante Bassa and onto the main straight. What can Jishnu do? What can Shooter do? Can Anko do something? Can anyone further back? What about Hushra? What about PSI? We're gonna find out in just a moment. I'm on board with Shooter and Jishnu has bolted just before Rivatsa 2 and it's a pretty good restart for him. Anko's a bit further back and so is Anton. Anton was caught napping at the restart there. PSI is right behind him with the help of Slipstream and battery. He might be able to get past into Variante Tamburello. And look at Shooter meanwhile on Jishnu coming close but not being able to make the move.
PSI going for the move on Anton
And the contact!
and the
Oh no!
contact, yeah.
Oh no! And thankfully he's ghosted. Otherwise that would have been a monumental accident.
And Hushraf gets Anton.
Yup, Hoshrav getting past the. Oh, they make contact.
They make
but
contact.
Oh, Anton having to go jump the chicane there, jump across the corner. Sorry, and Racing Gupta right behind the pair of them, looking to make a move, looking to size up an opportunistic move. Up ahead, Shooter and Jishnu. This is for the lead of the race, mind you. Through Piratella, right behind them is Anko. Anko's been an incredible pace by them, and Shooter through Aqua Minerali, navigating it well.
I've got to say, out of all of these guys up ahead, the way Anko trail breaks into a corner, it's really good what she's doing there. Yeah.
And I'm mighty impressed with Anko here. Shooter falling a bit further back, now going into Rivatsa 1 and through Rivatsa 2, he gets a decent exit. Anko losing out a bit on the exit there, but a stellar effort nonetheless. Now it's round 2, Anton on Hoshrav, Alpine versus Williams. Further back, it's Racing Gupta. He's not being challenged by Shrikant Das. Pratham on Shrikant Das.
Meanwhile, Anton coming back at Anko.
And
At Hushraf.
Shrikant
Is he going to send one down the inside? He does.
And Shrikant losing 2 places. Shrikant being spun around by the Alfa Romeo quick killer there. They made some contact. And now both the McLarens are down in 14th and 15th. That's super unfortunate for them. But PSI has found Anko spun. Anko's had a bit of a moment there, but still in the race. They can still recover. Down, they're gonna rejoin just ahead of, who is it gonna be? Nishan. So from P3 down to P12. But we know Anko has the pace. What can Anko do? It's gonna be recovery time for Anko here. Let's see their progression up the field. And PSI exiting the pits just now, while Jishnu coming up to Rivatsa 1. That's going to be very close. Shooter's keeping Jishnu honest. And Anko getting past Deadly Mosquito, who had to take some body action, and he makes contact with Raman. No, not with Raman, with Nishan. And Raman running a bit wide there, so I think Raman made a mistake. Nishan right behind Deadly Mosquito. DRS is enabled. It is lap 7. He had a couple of laps behind the safety car. And Nishan struggling. Does he have fronting damage? Anko on the back of Harshi. What can Anko do? So it's lap 7. Shooter's still right there. Shooter's keeping Jishnu busy. And Gupta gets a penalty. That's a first track limit extension penalty we've seen for this race. So there we go.
Oh, Anko's on a charge. Look at her. Look at how much she's gaining.
Let's have a look through variante Villeneuve into Toza. What's happening to Anton Hypers, who's just lost a couple of places, and he tags Pratham. They both lose their front wing. That could be a safety car. That could be a safety car. It is.
It is a safety car. Oh,
Yup.
wait.
It is a safety car.
It is a safety car, but
Oh, what's going on here between?
Position swaps.
Yeah, between Pratham and Anton. Oh, what's going on here? Manan going slow. And okay, once again, this game, it's definitely not the drivers. I'm sure the game's pretty wonky with letting drivers get back to their correct positions. But interesting, Pratham and Anton losing their front wing in an unnecessary collision, but unfortunately it happened. What about the Ferraris? Either one's gonna box. Jishnu staying out. Shooter is gonna box. Okay, what about Hushrav? What about Harshi? What about Racing Gupta? I think Harshi is gonna stay out. Anton and
Pushrav
Pratham
does
have to
box.
go. Hushrav
Gupta
boxes.
boxes. Harshi stays out.
Anton and Pratham are gonna box for sure. Manan, oh, did Manan and Anko make contact? So what happened there? Anko getting a penalty for collision with Manan. There you go, I saw some bits of front wing flying about. Deadly Mosquito staying out. Nishan gets a penalty. Too much to follow, but multiple cars making a pit stop. Only 4 cars have stayed out. Ram and Deadly Mosquito, Harshi and Jishnu. And that is quite the strategy call, I must say. Shooter onto the hard. Most drivers are going to come out on the hard tires, I believe. Apart from Manan, Pratham, Nishan is yet to finish his pit stop. Okay, so PSI, he won't gain any positions because he's too far back. But yeah, positions have been shuffled around. What do you guys have to make of that?
I think Anko will definitely be on a charge, and Anton's looked quite feisty, to say the less, and Shooter's been quite quick as well. He was keeping up to the likes of Jishnu.
How's Anko P40? I think Anko had to stack behind a teammate. Anton.
And she probably served the 5 second before.
Yeah. So yeah, 5 seconds as well. Oh yeah, right. So unfortunate for Anko, but we know she has pace. So let's see what she can do. And this is a brilliant shot of Toza. I love these camera angles sometimes. And Shrikant getting a penalty behind the safety car.
That really is a treat for my eyes, watching Shrikant get a penalty.
Shrikant, you don't need to push behind the safety car, buddy.
He's exploring track limits, chips. That's where you find maximum pace.
Yep, one more lap of safety car.
Who's going to tell him? Thankfully, Shrikant wasn't racing at Austria this weekend.
Yep, that would have been pretty chaotic.
Chips, what are your views on the penalties which were pretty freely handed out on the buffet at Austria?
I don't know. It's a double-edged sword. I do like the fact that the FIA being consistent with everybody, but then again, feels like it's a bit too annoying.
It's not consistent with everyone, right? I don't know if you saw Verstappen impeding Hamilton. Did you all see that?
In quali, right? In quali?
Yeah, and like Leclerc got a penalty for the exact same incident, whereas Verstappen was not even.
I think Max was let go because, in some ways, at least in some capacity, Lewis was also on the racing line when Max was about to finish his lap, right? Something like that, something along those lines.
So I don't think Max was on a full lap. He was not on a lap. He wasn't, because that was not a timed lap by him. Meanwhile, Lewis was letting traffic through, and then he was starting his lap. So I don't, and he really didn't come that much in the way for Max. Max could have still, even if he was on a lap, he could have just crossed the line and backed off.
Okay,
Safety car
the safety car in this lap, and drivers are a long way back. Nishan and PSI are nowhere close to the field. Why is the safety car being called in? Look at where Anko is, look at where PSI is. PSI is going to have to gun it to Rivatsa 1 and Rivatsa 2. I'm going to be on board with Harshi. Harshi, we know, is a very feisty driver. Is he gonna give Jishnu a bit of a headache?
So that,
What can Jishnu
I
do?
mean, if PSI does catch up, it's good for him. 3 stars will be warmed up by
And Jishnu has bolted. Nishan gets a penalty. Jishnu has bolted. Harshi. Oh, Harshi going onto the gravel there. But Deadly Mosquito is so far back, it really didn't matter there.
I think Delhi Mosquito is going for an afternoon drive there.
Yeah, Deadly Mosquito
I
is
mean,
not
like,
really.
y'all do what you gotta do.
Yep,
I'm
Shooter
gonna
making the
hang
move on
back.
Ramen. Shooter on Ramen
Meanwhile,
making the move.
Harshi
Shooter on Ramen making the
compromises
move.
Jishnu's
Shooter already.
entry and exit,
Yep. Up
and he gets a
into-
good run on him.
And through
He hangs
Variante
back.
Villeneuve, what's he gonna do through Villeneuve? Look how close he got. The hard has
Jishnu's
switched on
really
better.
struggling there.
Yep, the hard has switched on better than the mediums, it seems, at this stage. But maybe let's wait for another few corners. Going up through Toza into Piratella. What can Jishnu do? Can Jishnu pull away? Deadly Mosquitoes falling back. Shooters closing up. Nishan getting another penalty.
Meanwhile, Hushrev and Raman,
Yep, the two Williams drivers. What can they do? Are they going to trade places? I don't assume Raman's going to be very friendly for his teammate. There is no constructors points. There's no constructors championship, so it's every driver for their own. And behind them, Racing Gupta
Raman
getting very
goes
feisty.
deep.
Racing Gupta on Hushrav. They're gonna go side by side towards Rivatsa 1, and Raman is really holding them both up. Racing Gupta towards Rivatsa 1. I'm gonna be on with Anton, and they make slight contact. Harshi gets a penalty, but Racing Gupta makes the move through Rivatsa 2 on Hushrav. A brilliant move there, but Hushrav's right behind him as they go through Variante Basa. Up ahead, it's Shooter getting past Deadly Mosquito. Shooter's already into P3. 2 seconds behind his teammate who he was jostling with. Oh, somebody going into the gravel trap there. Anton.
that's Raman, that's Raman.
wow.
Wow.
Both of them some crazy
Oh, Raman making
lines
contact
there.
with Racing Gupta. Oh, quick killer getting past Racing Gupta. Raman also
And
onto the gravel
Raman,
there.
Raman says no
Raman
one's
just-
getting through.
And Manan trying to get past Raman. Wow, this is some
Raman just
fantastic.
not letting go. I mean, his tires are, of course, dirty. He won't have the ultimate grip. Will he hang
And
it on the
Raman has to
outside?
see the
No.
position in a very unfortunate manner for himself because he loses the position to
Move by
Racing Gupta.
Over there.
Gupta
Yep.
just said, you know what, I'm pulling through. And
Gupta
Raman's just
mounted the
understeering
curve.
everywhere. He's all over the place.
Yeah, Gupta just mounted the curve there, but Gupta on Manan. I assume this is a forthcoming move. A yellow flag for Nishan. Raman struggling. Anton right behind him. Pratham followed by Anko. All right. Yellow
Meanwhile,
flag. It's a
Kushta
prolonged
already
yellow
on the
flag.
back of Deadly Mosquito here in the Williams.
Yup. Deadly Mosquito. I don't think is gonna put up much of
And
a fight.
DRS has been enabled.
Okay, Shooter on Harshi. This is incredible for the race because Shooter's already right behind his teammate who he was behind. But Shooter's he's made his mandatory pit stop. He doesn't need to make another pit stop. So if there are no more safety cars, which I highly doubt.
Shooter is absolutely flying
Yeah,
right now.
Shooter is a man on a mission, and thankfully he's doing that mission in a Ferrari, which really warms my heart. Jishnu.
Meanwhile, in all of this, Husha is slowly making inroads. And Anko making. Oh, Pratham and Anko.
What happened? What happened?
I think Pratham went deep and Anko got the move done.
Oh,
on.
Shrikant onto the
Shrikant
gravel. Yep.
Which is-
Oh, Shrikant struggling to get traction. But yeah, okay. Deadly Mosquito and Quick Killer trading positions. I think Mosquito is just letting people by. My apologies. Mosquito, I think, is just struggling with his tires at this point. 10 lap old mediums.
Nishan's cutting grass.
Nishan is
Literally
not having a
cutting
good time.
grass.
Anko got past Anton. Alright, PSI gets a 3-sec penalty, not another penalty, sorry.
And she's gonna make. I think she's just gotta be patient, wait for the DRS and get the move on Raman.
And
I don't
on-
think she should pass him here.
But she is gonna, and Raman can't do anything.
That's
And
not damage.
If I'm not wrong, Anko's also gonna get DRS down the main straight. I think Raman's gonna box. No, Raman's not gonna box. But
No,
Anko
she
doesn't
does.
That's
She played it
that's
well.
a very
Yeah.
clever move. And Raman's gonna get eaten up for breakfast. 2 cars pass him, Anton and Pratham, and PSI is not far behind either. PSI coming very hot into the corner. Pratham jumping over the curbs there. Pratham thankfully avoiding the cars. PSI getting past Pratham. Raman still in P11 for the time being. Up ahead, Racing Gupta still behind Manan. Manan showing great
Raman
pace.
really doesn't want to hit any apexes. He just doesn't want to.
I think Ramen has some damage which we can't see on our
Yeah, like
screens.
that's what I feel
That has
because
to be.
the front end is just not
Yeah,
turning
and
in.
Manan on Deadly Mosquito, Deadly
Meanwhile,
Mosquito.
quick killer on Hushra. This is gonna get interesting. Why is everyone missing apexes? Like,
Oh, Deadly Mosquito goes very deep and Manan gets past. Will Racing Gupta follows suit. He is side by side. Is he gonna go for a dive into Variante Alta? He most certainly does. And he makes the turn, but he
and
overshoots
he
the exit.
exits. I think he
Yeah.
should give that place back. Does he? He doesn't.
No, he did make the move, but I mean, yeah, it's up for debate. He didn't have to give up the place, but he could have given up the place, but that's okay. I don't
Yeah.
see why he had to give up the place there. That was
And Manan's
he
gonna
had
be
already made the move.
an
Yep,
easy
Manan's going to be
peasy
a
overtake.
sitting duck down the back straight, down the main straight with the help of DRS, and Gupta
Ooh,
is going
look
to go
at
around to the
look at the
inside.
overspeed.
Yep, and that's a simple move for Racing Gupta, who's up into
Ferrari
P.
engines are really shining through.
Yep, good to hear that. Always good to hear that. Anko
As
on
long as they
Deadly
don't go
Mosquito.
kaput.
Oh yeah, please, that should never happen. Okay, Mosquito's lights are blinking, so I assume he's already run out of battery, has he? Now let's see, through toes are the grip that Anko will have compared to Deadly Mosquito. This is some superior grip, and Manan and Racing Gupta side by side as they go towards Piratella. Racing Gupta has to cede the position, while Anko can't make the move here, but can she make the move? The Mosquito getting a penalty. Okay, trying to go with the switchback there, Anko. Through downwards, down through Aqua Minerali, and she makes the move, but she spins. Oh, they make contact, and she's lost her front wing. That could be a safety car, and that could be a VSC. That is nothing at the moment. Okay.
It's just a yellow.
Wow. That is
Yep,
super
it's just yellow.
unfortunate.
It'll be green flag.
Yeah, super unfortunate. Mosquito has an intact front wing while Anko is missing a front wing. Oh, Anko misses the chicane. Nishan is nowhere. What is Nishan doing? What is Delitraz doing? Damn. Sorry. Harshi now on quick killer. Let's focus on the rest of the race there. Pratham on Anton with DRS is going to be a very easy move for Pratham. He's up into P8. Yellow flag once again for Nishan. Nishan is going to get lapped at this rate. I think Nishan is going to get lapped.
I don't think he's even trying at this point.
Yeah,
Look,
I don't know
he's
what
not even full throttle.
Yeah, I
Nothing.
don't know what's up with Nishan. We have just 8 laps left in this race. It's just flown by. These laps, we spent the majority of them under the safety car. Harshi losing a place to Manan. Manan is flying meanwhile. Manan is absolutely a man on a mission here. Racing Gupta could also follow suit. Harshi going very deep into that corner. Aqua Minerali now towards Variante Alta. Racing Gupta crashes out. That could be a safety car. And that is... How is that not a safety car? There's a car
How is that not
standard.
a safety car?
Come
Yeah.
on, that's impossible. How is that not a safety car? Does Anko have a front wing? I don't think Anko has a front wing.
Oh,
Anko
damn,
has
that's a green flag already.
Yeah.
How?
And
Well, even red flags are enabled. Jishnu and Jishnu boxes. At last, he's gonna lose so many places. Yeah, where's Jishnu gonna come out? I think he's gonna come out like P9 because the Imola pit lane is one of the slowest in Formula 1. Yeah, it's P9. It could be P11. Oh no! This has panned out disastrously for Jishnu. He surely can't make up 10 places in the span of, what is it, 7 laps.
I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, he is
I mean,
on the...
he can definitely score like good
Oh, and
points.
he's on the hard.
for sure,
He's on the hard.
but
He could have gone on the softs, right?
yeah.
Softs can go 6 laps. Yeah, so...
I still haven't done too many laps on this game, so I really don't know what the tire wear feels
Yeah,
like or
and I
any
think-
of that. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit this
Oh.
race out and like
struggling with traction. PSI right behind Ramen. It's super unfortunate for Mosquito and Anko, who were looking poised
Killer
to
gets
score
a
some very
3
good
second.
points. Yep. Okay, yeah, penalties could also shuffle up the order. Anko getting past Mosquito with the help of DRS, taking Tamburello pretty neatly. Anko in the Alpine, and Mosquito settles into unlucky P13 for him. Up ahead, Shooter's 5 seconds ahead of Hushrav, and he is absolutely flying. Hushrav is doing the best he can. He is in one of the worst cars on the grid. While Pratham on Harshi, is he going to get the overspeed? Yellow flag for some reason. It's Nishan who's spun once again. Pratham getting past the Mercedes and into turn 1, Tamburello, and I see prolonged yellow flags for some reason. I hope that doesn't distract Shooter, but Pratham getting past Harshi. While Shooter is going
What
to
is
lap
Nishan
and
doing?
Nishan.
What is Nishan
What
doing?
is Nishan doing? Nishan is mowing the grass, and I have that
I just hope he knows he can't
yellow
crash out
flag, yellow flag,
intentionally,
yellow flag
otherwise he's...
for who is that? What's happened to Shrikant?
No, he's trying real hard to
Oh, the
crash on
yellow
his
flag! I
own.
think somebody know that's.
No,
Oh,
that's
there's
Nishan.
another
That's
yellow flag. There's
Nishan.
another yellow flag. It's a Mercedes. It's Harshi who's
That,
spun. Yeah, Harshi has spun. Harshi's
that's
lost
fine, but
6 places, but yeah, sorry, 4 places from 6th to 9th, and he's right behind, right in front of Jishnu. Jishnu now looking for a resurgence here. PSI with another penalty. Jishnu, can he get past Harshi? I think he can. Why is that audio glitch back in this game? I do not understand. Codemasters explain. Jishnu gets past at Variante Alta and is ahead of Harshi, chasing after Raman. So Jishnu could still score a few points in this race. Never say never, you know. He's on fresh hards. Everybody around him is on, say, 15 lap old, 11 lap old, 9 lap old hards. So Jishnu is really going to be very fast. Mosquito getting a penalty is down in 13th. So that really
meanwhile, Shooter's advantage has dropped quite a
is
bit.
diminished. So I think he was a bit distracted by the yellow flags for Harshi and for Nishan. So I'm sorry. Pratham with another penalty. So with
He's
penalties,
gaining. Hushram is
yellow
gaining
flag.
on him.
There's a yellow flag for, is that Nishan again? Yes,
It's
it is.
Nishan. It's Nishan again. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's on lap 18 save for Nishan. What is he doing? I don't think he's very
No,
comfortable with the
it's
setup.
clearly evident what he's doing. Yeah, this will be looked into later.
Yeah, just.
I mean, just like if you can go on board, he's literally like coming in the way of other cars. I know he's ghosted, but still, it could distract the other drivers.
So everybody down to Shrikant has lapped Nishan. That's
yeah. And look, just look at this.
okay. Oh, that audio glitch is very annoying. I am going to be on road with Nishan for a bit here. What does he do through Variante Alta? Does he make the corner? He does. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I should do the Jose Mourinho.
Really a shame.
I prefer not to speak.
Look at that. Look at that.
Pratham getting past. We should not focus on that. Let's just focus on something else for now. It's okay.
Meanwhile, Manan on Pratham.
Yeah, no. Pratham got Manan.
Pratham got past Manan, yeah.
So Pratham, even with the penalty...
Jishnu is really closing in now to Anton.
Yeah. And yellow flag once... Okay, forget it. On Anton... Oh, that audio glitch is horrible. That really hurts my ears. I remember when it used to happen on F122 on the PS4 version. But yeah, Jishnu getting past the Alpine, Anton not putting up much of a fight, understandably so. Jishnu has no penalties as well, so... Oh, okay. Jishnu, provided he can gain disqualified, Nishan disqualified, okay. Let's have a look at he had 18 seconds of penalties, so I think that the game just gave up and Nishan disqualified. A yellow flag, we're gonna have no more safety cars, I believe. I can't go on board with drivers, that really hurts me. Harshi on the back of Raman, can't do anything. So now Mosquito is the last of the running cars. And yeah, 13 drivers in the race. Shooter's advantage is getting eaten into by Hushra.
No, I think it's fairly stagnant.
It's stagnant, but yeah, it was 4.4, now it's 4.2. So it's being eaten up, but Hushrav's nibbling rather than taking massive bites out of the gap.
And Hushra made a few mistakes in the last two corners, so that really...
Yeah, I think he's struggling with the Williams, and I don't blame him. Quick, sliding there. Harshi and Raman trading places. Raman is very eager today to not let anyone pass him. I mean, I understand that, but I mean, at some point you do have to give in a little bit so that you don't make contact. And unfortunately for them, they've made quite a bit of contact. We have three retirees from this race as of now. It's Racing Gupta, Harsh, and Easy Level Bot. Super unfortunate for all of them. Nishan and Wicket disqualified, and We see Raman getting a brilliant exit out of Aqua Minerali into Variante Alta. Can he make the move? No, he can't. You will wait for DRS down the main straight. Hoshrav still there, 4.1, 4.2 seconds, but Raman getting past. Is that a ploy by Hashi to get DRS? I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, I think Hashi has done that just to get DRS on the Williams driver, which he certainly will.
Oh, he could get so early on the throttle there, yeah.
That's definitely easy move for Hashi, who's going to go down the inside. It's not even a... Oh, Srikanth getting a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Is he going for the fastest lap?
No, I think he's gonna retire.
No, I think Srikanth's going for the fastest lap. Yep,
Oh,
fastest
is he?
lap. Yeah, he is. He might as well, there's a 19-second gap to the car behind. And, he may not have timed it well because Anko, this is a very slow pit lane. And I think Anko's going to be ahead. So is Deadly Mosquito. Yes! Srikanth did not time that well whatsoever. He's now...
Meanwhile, the gap between Shooter and Husha, 3.7.
Yeah, there you go. Taking bigger bites out of the gap there. And yellow flag for some reason. But Jishnu getting past Manan. So, Jishnu could well be on the podium. What's the penalty situation looking like? Jishnu is going to be net P4 at this point. He needs to get a move on if he wants to get P3, sorry. This is the final lap of the race for our race leader Shooter in the Ferrari. Hoshrav right behind him, or at least in ways. Hoshrav's in P2, Quick Killer's P3. What can Quick Killer do? Can he hold off a charging Jishnu? What can Jishnu do? Can he get close enough to Pratham to steal P4? Can he get close enough to Quick Killer to possibly get a podium? Steal a podium in the nick of time. Further back, Hashi and Raman. Hashi can't make the move. This is the last lap, so this is the last opportunity for most drivers. Srikanth is warming up his tires, going for a fastest lap attempt, but up ahead, Shooter ending sector 2, going into Variante Alta. This has been a brilliant drive by him, I must say. He has been in a very quick car, but he's had to drive fast to make it work, and he has done exactly that. Jishnu gets past Pratham, so it's a matter. Jishnu is probably going to get on the podium. Jishnu could get on the podium.
He is going to get on the podium.
Yep, and Shooter is going to come across Rivatsa too. It's been a brilliant, phenomenal drive for Shooter, who weaves across the track to show his dominance as he takes the checkered flag and wins the Imola Grand Prix. Hoshrav P2, Quick Killer is going to finish P3 on track, but where's Jishnu going to finish? I think it's looking good for Jishnu. It is P3. Good. Pratham in P4, Pratham in P5, Manan in P6, Anton P7. Many penalties for PSI. Let's have a look. PSI with 9 seconds. He could lose P8. Oh, PSI
he almost loses the car. Yeah.
Yep. Anton finishes in P7. PSI finishes P8 on track, but he's going to fall down to P10, it seems. No, it's P9. Hashi also had a fair few penalties. Raman into P8. Anko.
What a drive.
What could have been if they didn't make contact with Deadly Mosquito? It could have been brilliant points. I think it could have been around, say, P5, P7. P11, but they need not fret. It was a brilliant drive. Srikanth is going to finish in last position, but is he going to get the fastest lap? I'm going to be on board with Srikanth as he comes up to the line. He cuts the track, and did he get the fastest lap?
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did. So that was pointless.
No, that was a rusty last sector.
Yeah, so he lost out on a chance to finish P11. But yeah, all in all, quite a good race. Mighty impressive by quite a few drivers. But above all else, it is a Ferrari 1-3 with Hoshrav in the Williams splitting the two Scarlet cars.
Okay, I'm going to quickly invite the podium sitters to the interview.
While I will run us through the finishing order. Real quick. Shooter from P2 takes the win. Hoshrav from P9 on the grid with a brilliant strategy call takes P2. Jishnu finishes P3. I think his strategy was a bit messed up after he decided to stay out during the safety car period. Quick Killer is P4 from P11, a brilliant drive. Likewise for Pratham, P5 from P16. Manan, P6 from P18. Anton's P7. Raman's P8. PSI Legends P9, Hershey's P10, and Alright Redstone.
Yeah.
Anko got the fastest lap in the Alpine.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. She did that on the mediums.
Yeah, I did not see that. That is a mighty effort. Unfortunately, no points as they're out of the top 10. Deadly Mosquitoes P12, the last of the finish. No, sorry. Deadly Mosquitoes P12, Shrikant 13, the last of the finishers. Racing Gupta Harsh, Easy Level Bot, Nishan, Wicked Wiki did not finish.
I mean, just to point out, Anko did a 116.924 and Jishnu did a 117.714. That's the closest anyone got to her lap time. I mean, given the tire differences and whatnot, but still in an Alpine to do that lap time.
I'll just run through the race director, but yeah, there you go. A mighty effort by Anko, but today the top prize goes to Shooter. I believe we have everyone with us, so P3, Jishnu, are you here in the party with us, and is your audio sharing enabled?
Yeah.
Alright, let me just very quickly go over to show. Alright, it's been a while since I've done this. Yeah. So, Jishnu.
Yeah.
Pole position in qualifying, but P3 at the end.
Yeah.
What do you have to make of that?
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed with the strategy, but yeah, I had good pace actually. I was leading the race, and a lot of safety cars, I think. Broke the rhythm, but still I kept the lead. I should have pitted, but then I thought I was hoping for another safety car and go for softs instead of hards. But that didn't work out, so I had to extend my stint so the hards wear out and then I go on the softs and catch up. Did the best I could, I mean, to catch up. I mean, looking at the wrong strategy, I'm happy with the podium as a recovery, but yeah, the win was there.
You were absolutely flying on the hard tires. We were really loving tracking your progress up the field from P11, you emerged in P11 or P10 it was?
That's right, P11.
And you jumped up to P4 on track. That is a mighty effort and you can be very proud with yourself. The strategy call may not have been right, but you know you have the pace. And
that's right, yeah.
A massive congratulations to you, Jishnu. Well done.
Thank you.
Redstone Yash, anything you would like to ask Jishnu?
Nothing to say. I mean, like, except for that strategy error, I think he drove a fantastic race and good result, good comeback drive.
Yep. Thanks. Well done, Jishnu. Very well done. Do we have Hushrav with us in the party? Mm-hmm. Yes. So, Hushrav, P2 in a Williams, an average Monday for you.
Yeah,
just walk us through your race.
I don't know what the hell happened on lap 1 of the race. I think you guys might have got a better idea of it, but my race almost ended before I even crossed the start line. Just about missed that incident. And then, I mean, it was pretty much what Jishnu said really, just constant SC, so it was very hard to get into a rhythm, but settled in nicely, went about it. I think I had a few passes to make on track. Nothing particularly difficult from what I remember. Nice battles throughout, so good fun that way. Ending was a bit of a shame because I was looking at my MFD for a second and I was doing around corner exit and I kept it way within the lines, and just after I exited I drifted out wide while looking at the MFD, and that gave me my second warning.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, no, I was very...
You out of everyone should know very well that looking at MFDs while you are racing or while exiting corners or exiting corners or around the walls is
it was a bit of a shame because without that I would have kept pushing, because I don't know if you guys saw, but I closed in like 3 seconds.
Yeah, you were really catching Shooter towards the end.
By that point what happened is Quick Killer got a 3 second as well. So then I had the reassurance that even if I get a 3 second, I'm safe from behind. So I kept pushing after that. I pushed basically quali laps in the last 4 or 5 laps. And I closed in decently, and I'm confident had I done that the 4 or 5 laps before, I would have caught him, but he just about had that distance up in pit stop, so he got through the traffic a bit quicker than I did. And yeah, that eventually I think cost me my time really. But no, I mean nothing more you can expect. It's a nice experience because never done anything like this, and it was very demoralizing when you're putting in perfect laps and the car ahead of you is still pulling away and you're wondering what more can I do here. But no, it was nice because I think I haven't pushed like a league race this much in a long time, so it was good fun.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
was
good drive, Ushraf. So, I mean, going by with attendances, probably next week you are going to get Williams again.
Yeah, I thought so.
so. I guess you
Williams
can
is
get
not
used to this
last.
car. Yeah, you can get used to this car.
Yeah, no, I will because I didn't have. I did my full quali lap in cockpit cam because I didn't have my right camera, and I get with the camera shake, I get motion sick. So cockpit cam is the only one that doesn't have camera shake. So I was driving with cockpit.
Subtle flex, but yeah. Good drive, Vishal, man.
Thank
Good
you,
one.
guys.
Really well done,
Yeah.
Harshav. Very, very impressive.
We had
Yes.
Redstone here who kept saying throughout the stream that if he was in the place of you lot, he would have been much faster, much cleaner, much better, right from quali and everything. Ushraf, you have anything to say about that apart from the yawn which you just?
Those aren't my words, those are yours.
I mean,
I mean, out of all of us, he's the only one who called China a shit track. I mean, if you suck at something, you'd obviously call it shit, right?
nah, it'll be a good battle. I can't wait for him to get back with his wheel and stuff. So looking forward to it because once everyone sort of gets attendance in and the cars balance out a bit, it should be nice. It should be good fun.
Yep. Anyway, Chips, you can take us away with the
Yep.
remaining.
And there's only one person remaining, and that's the race winner, Shooter. Are you here?
Yeah,
with
hi,
us?
Chips. Yep.
So, just tell us what was the secret to your pace today? That was one of the best drives I've seen, and thank you for making a Ferrari win at an Italian track. Really warms my heart. Thank you so much. Do let us know, Shooter, how was the race for you, and what was the secret to your pace?
There's no secret as such. It's just that I'm still struggling, honestly, because from last year to this year, I did a transition from full TC to no TC. So that's why I think you would have got the glimpse in China about that. And yeah, but this in Imola, what happened? I had a very good start. Then early safety car actually aided my gamble on soft tires, so that I can push it harder for much more laps. And then when the second safety car was out, I was slowing down because Jishnu was leading and I was second. And I knew that he might also go for the pits. So I was slowing down, but when I saw he's not going, then I knew that, okay, I hope there's another safety car which is coming up. So that was the only thing. So fresh tires. And in the end, I was losing some pace because I think my tires were giving up. But yeah, other than that, it was very quiet, very clean, and a good strategy does paid off.
I have a question for you.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Vishal.
In the last 6-7 laps, did you at any point think I could have caught you?
Yep.
No, man, Shooter, you should say no. Don't feed him. don't give in to his fucking antics.
Hey,
Ushraf,
come on, next
we
week we
know
both are
we
in
know you're
Williams, I
fast.
guess.
Bro. We know you're really fast, but we're hungry, bro.
Cycle
But
on.
great drive, Shooter. That was a sheer masterclass. Hushra should take notes.
Yeah.
Don't worry
The
about it.
first thing I said is
Congrats.
he was very consistent because what I was sort of pushing for was me getting the gap down and him extending tracks or something and getting a 3 second. And I looked at the end of the race vector and he didn't have a single warning, which to do it at Imola is achievement enough. To do it while you're under pressure from behind is a whole other thing. So, I mean, really.
I don't think he was under pressure.
Yeah.
And
Anyway, that was a memorable first race.
yes,
Yeah, it was a debut for me.
very much so. And what a way to make it. Statement. And Shooter, provided that no warnings thing is correct, actually true, congratulations on 2 extra points.
Thank you.
Well done. Ooh.
Congrats, Shooter, everyone.
And thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thank you to our top 3. Thank you to all our drivers who participated today. It has been one of the best races I've had the liberty of commentating on, and I've loved it. Thank you, Redstone. Thank you, Yash. Thank you to everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chips. Thank you, Redstone. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I shall see you next weekend in I forgot which weekend.
Saudi.
I forgot.
Saudi
Arabia at the track at Jeddah. Long swooping turns, through the streets of Jeddah.
I think it's time for food. Let's go.
It's time for food, so yeah, you all know it. All right. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining us. See you next week.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Good night, and bye bye.